Drizzle, drizzle. I never even heard of this soft guy until today. I made the mistake of making a comment on my friend's video. I didn't even watch the whole video, but I made a comment in regards to something that he said that had nothing to do with the soft guy era. And of course, all the men are jumping down my throat. I don't give a f if you want to be a soft guy. I'm used to that shit. I've paid for plenty of dates. I always offer to pay for food when I'm out with anybody, on a date with my friends, whoever. I've also supported plenty of men in my day. So the soft guy era really isn't a thing to me. I'm not one of those females that expects my bills to get paid or wants to be a passenger princess. I don't know. I have no idea. I honestly don't even know how it started or where it came from.
I got another job interview. He didn't want to work at McDonald's.
Okay, and I wouldn't want to. The
job interview up here at the Waffle House because I got a homegirl that works.
Why is he working?
Interview, right? I done pulled all the way up here to the Waffle House, and this boy gonna sit here and tell me he not finna get out and he not finna go in.
As he should. Why
should.
is he working? First of all, your baby daddy should not be working at all. He shouldn't be clocking in or clocking out. That's the first thing. Second thing, you tried to set him up with an interview at the Waffle House?
What are you thinking?
You hate him. You hate your baby dad. She's talking about, well, I pulled up to this Waffle House for his interview and he doesn't want to get out the car. Shut up. I wouldn't want to get out the car either. Why are we even?
You double-crossed him. You betrayed him. Obviously, he's not going to get out the car. Go off, King.
Around this establishment, Waffle House? Like, this continuous disrespect has to stop. You're taking that soft guy around Waffle House. Now that I'm in my soft guy era, I'm actually super disappointed that you even took him around that establishment. Waffle House? You want your baby dad to work at Waffle House.
Disgusting.
He shouldn't be working at all. But you said, oh, it's a bright idea for him to work at Waffle House. Just say, I hate you, and I hate that you're my baby dad. He's talking about, well, we need the money. You need to start working. Get a second job. You probably can't even afford these, and it's $100. If your girl's sneaky link side piece can't buy you this, bro, leave her alone. She is poor. In May, all the soft guy era merch is going to be available on this IG page, not TikTok. And by the way, to her baby dad, I'm going to get you a free soft guy era shirt. I am so sorry that your baby mom is not allowing you to operate in your soft guy era. We're going to try and fix that.
Soft guys need a mama. Yeah, a sugar mama. That's exactly what they need. Yeah, no, this is a new era. They're going to have starter girlfriends that are going to, work them up through certain levels of life. And then once you get past your starter girlfriend, then you go to
get another one.
The next level of girlfriend that is supposed to get you, the Bentley and the extra houses and cars and stuff like that. And then after they die, right?
That person in the back listening to it, like, what is he saying?
And you go and get you another one. That's what the soft guys is doing nowadays. Like, I'm embracing full soft guy vibes in the passenger seat right now. Drive, woman. See how that feels good?
Absolutely.
And then once my daughter is of age to be one of those girlfriends that needs to be out there working for her soft guy so that he doesn't have to do any of that stuff, then that's what she's gonna do.
Absolutely.
When he calls her and says, hey, I need you to come pick me up in the Beamer, she's gonna say, okay, baby, I'm on my way. And then when she goes to work and he's gonna drop her off at work in the car and then drive all the gas off.
Yeah.
And she ain't gonna complain because she understands that's what the soft guys do.
The biggest thing that keeps me in the dating but never committing phase is that, like, I can like you a lot and you can treat me very well and we can have a really good time together, but I'm a very big believer in, like, the person that you are in a relationship with is a representation of you. So, like, if you go out in public and you're acting a fool, then it's basically like I'm out in public and I'm acting a fool, and I don't do that. Like, you're trying to be my man, but you on somebody's podcast calling women females and spouting all sorts of misogynistic stuff. And then in the same breath, you're able to say, like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend. Like, you're gonna pull up my picture and be like, yeah, this is my girlfriend, and this is how you act? That's so mind-blowingly embarrassing to me. I genuinely, I cannot fathom that. You're trying to be my man, but you're 30 years old out at the club until 4 and 5 in the morning? I don't do that. I don't do that. So honestly, you can't do it either. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like that. Then beyond that, I just feel like anybody that you like spend a significant amount of time with, anybody that you're close to, their habits are going to start to rub off on you.
Seems
so
controlling.
Like if you don't go to the gym,
seems insecure. Wow.
And you never read, and like on the weekends all you do is sit around and smoke with your homeboys, what is that gonna turn me into? Oh my God, I can't even fathom. I can't risk that. I can't risk changing this for the worse. So honestly, if I don't want to be more like him, I can't risk him being my man. I'm sorry. All he do is sit on the couch and play video games and eat junk food. So what am I gonna be doing in a year? Sitting on the couch and playing video games and eating junk food with you? I can't do it, baby. You gotta go. I'm sorry. We can talk, we can chit chat, we can go on a couple of dates, and that's cool. But as far as being my man, you didn't make the cut, baby.
I just want to see if this is the same if you reverse it and have all of these women on TikTok talking trash about their men, embarrassing their men. Does that still apply then, or no?
I'm sorry.
See, I hate to be a I told you so, but didn't I tell y'all to never help a man when he down, because all he gonna do is resent you for it later on? All he's gonna do is feel emasculated. And now we're seeing that shit unfold with Keke Palmer and her baby father. Didn't I tell y'all that he was a bum on the podcast? Didn't I say that? I told y'all that he was a bum and she was doing everything for him. And that never works out. It never works out in the woman's favor, because when you do everything for a man, you make more money than him, you put him on, you give him a job, whatever you do. When you help a man when he's down, when he get back up, all he's gonna do is resent you for helping him out, and he's gonna feel emasculated. And an emasculated man is a dangerous man. Because now he gotta do something to show his masculinity.
Right.
He gonna cheat, or he gonna put his hands on you. I'm telling you. And now we see it all unfolding with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. I told y'all that he was a bum. I told y'all that she put that boy up. I told y'all this. And I'm not saying, oh, I told, I said it, but I'm just saying, like,
You literally said that's what you were saying at the beginning of the video. That's what you're trying to do.
this is a perfect example why you never help a man when he's down. Because he will resent you for it later on and show his ass.
So should a man help you as well? Because you left your dude. Man sent you flowers after you left him. And then you showed that to embarrass him. What are you talking about right now? Why would anybody be listening to what you say?
Do you notice that your husband is like sweeter, more patient with the kids when you're treating him well? And I'm not saying that's absolute fact. I'm just like, that's something that I noticed in my life.
Imagine that.
I wanted to know if other people are experiencing the same thing. And not even just with the kids. I feel like overall, I feel like my husband is more willing to endure life's foolishness. He's more willing to do little sweet favors for me. He's more willing to show up for me without me having to ask, and to do those little things when I'm actually treating him well.
Like, am I tripping?
Nah, man.
You know, it's almost as if when women reciprocate energy and effort into their man, they get, better treatment from their man.
Imagine that.
Almost as if when men treat and reciprocate their energy to their woman, it's almost as if they'll get, the same energy from their woman. It's almost as if, like, when you treat people decently, people tend to treat the person that's treating them decently also. Mind blowing, right? But you know who I didn't see in her comments like that?
The
Women. But the men in the comments saying, yeah, I mean, that, we feed off energy. We just appreciate when women. Where the women at? Agreeing. Where the women at?
They not gonna agree with that, man.
Crazy. Oh, they too busy on old girl video about Simone Biles agreeing with her.
Yep.
My bad. Talking about Jonathan Owens calling him Mr. Simone Biles. My bad. I just feel like this type of rhetoric should be common sense.
It should.
If you treat your man, just a little bit decent, treat him with a little bit of courtesy, a little bit of empathy, a little bit of respect, that he'll be more loyal. You know, he'll be more reliable. He'll be, overall better person to you and to the family. Remember that video I posted like a week and a half ago talking about that video of that chick saying, when a mother's, a child's outcome basically depends on their mother's happiness. And I said that it depends on both a two-parent household, and if both parents are
Facts.
happy. And y'all was like, no, because mothers are primary caretakers. And now you have this, young lady here saying that she gets an overall better experience when she understands and treats her man better.
Yep.
I mean, although that should be like common sense, like duh. But again,
It don't click
like
for
I
modern
said
women.
before, most women view the man by how much he loves and cares about them, by how much he can endure, how much he can suffer, how much of her that he can take.
Yep.
Because that deems him a good man. So the average guy doesn't understand what it means to have a woman reciprocate that energy to them. And most women go throughout life thinking that that's acceptable and that's what you're supposed to do when you get a man.
Yep.
Hey, but I be reaching though.
You know what my family does, and they still do? They fix every man's plate in the house. It doesn't matter if they are like grown down to the babies. Their plates are fixed by the women of my family. And then the
Appreciate
women, you get up and get your plate. There's a list of things that society
like
says
that
that
shirt.
women are supposed to do. And now in our generation, we have kind of changed that whole list up to grab from men, to grab from everybody. And our list looks a lot different from the way it used to. Like at my grown age right now, as a woman, I am already supposed to have children and a man. Like that's just already what it's supposed to be. But what if I said genuinely right now, I don't want that? Some people would be like, what you mean? Like that's just what you supposed to do. I don't think that's just what you supposed to do. You don't even know who you are as the woman before you decided to do all of that. Not that you would know yourself fully, but you don't even know you as the woman that you're ordained to be before you decide to do that because they told you you had to. You rushed into it.
No, you shouldn't rush into anything. But I think a lot of modern women, they put things that they actually want far, far, far away on the back burner. And by the time that they actually want it, it's gone. And then that's when you see them on the internet crying about why they can't get what they want, even though they squander their opportunity to get it. Well, I wasn't ready. I didn't want to. And I'm this and that right now, and he should want me. The man is married now. He's married. And even if he wasn't, the man has a right to move on and go do something else. Well, you're single, I'm single. It's a right time for me, but maybe it's not the right time for him. Maybe he decided, maybe it's not that important. Didn't seem like she really prioritized me back then. So I'm going to find somebody else that actually does that. Period. And you're going to have to accept that because you decided to take a path and you can't always get what you want. It just does not work that way. So if you're okay with those consequences, by all means, but men just don't want to hear you crying and complaining about that man that you want not wanting you when the man was trying to get with you, but you didn't want him at that time.
I'm not doing that.
For a second, I thought my boyfriend was the op because I would send him like photos and TikToks and videos of like the future home that I want, like very much idea. I share a note with him and I like update it all the time. Like, oh, I like these types of walls. I like these types of windows, yada, yada, yada. He would do this thing where he would be like, I don't know, like, that's a little expensive, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh no, I don't like that. Like I'm going to make it happen regardless if you're here or not. Like this is something that is going to happen. I am so delusionally optimistic where I'm like, it's not between you and me. It's between me, God, and the work that I'm putting in and make sure that I'm lining myself up for the goals that I see for myself. So whenever he did it again over the weekend, I was like, I don't like that. I feel like your shit goes in my dreams and stuff like that. And I'm not asking you to work it out in your head like how it's going to happen. I'm just like showing you like getting excited about the future and things like that. I'm like, this is what I see for myself. Either you can get with the program or you can get I would like you to be there, but you don't got to. And he was like, you know what? I understand what you're saying. He was like, since we're bringing up things, and I was like, he was like, I don't like whenever you do negative self-talk. Like I'm really big on that. Like I don't like when you say things about yourself and put yourself down. And I was like, I understand what you're saying, but like why are you trying to like say something whenever I'm saying something, bring that another time? But like anyways, I let it slide, okay? And then he like called me the other day and was like, you know what, I was really thinking about it. And he was like, do you remember that financial guru person I told you about? I was like, yeah, vaguely. And he was like, he talks about the rich life. And he's like, what you're describing is your rich life, where he like asked couples, like, what do you see for yourself? Like, money was an issue. If money was a problem, like, what would you want? What would you see for yourself? And a lot of people can't see past, like, oh, I just want my bills paid. I would just want to go to Target and not like worry about my car declining. He was like, you're like saying what he's saying. Like, what would be your life? You say you want a garden. You say you want a big ass with like land, stuff like that. That's your rich life. And he was like, I get it. I get it. You won't have any problem with me like saying anything that could be viewed negatively on it. Like, I get what you're doing now. And I was like, thank you. Like, it was, you know.
I mean, but I think he got it before. It's just that so many modern women try to put the pressure on the men. You didn't really communicate, or it doesn't sound like you communicated to him. So when you're saying these things, he's working it out in his head. How am I going to do this? What job? What things can I get into to make this happen for her? He's actually thinking about you. He's actually on your side. So that's why he's thinking like that. So when you clarify for him, well, no, I'm not necessarily trying to put all the pressure on you. I'm going to be trying to do this. And I would hope that we're going to be doing X, Y, and Z together. So he can relax and say, oh, okay. Well, you're looking at this, and this. Oh, and by the way, hey, man, I think you're a really great person and I value you. So when you're like trashing yourself, I don't really think that you should do that. That's a good partner. So instead of getting on here trying to say how you put him in line, he was actually on your team and he was actually trying to help you get there in the first place. But you're trashing him instead of being like, thank you. Let's get it together. Be careful out there.